All right, Module 3, 4th grade, math, lesson 13. Read, draw, write. This is exciting stuff here. Solve using the read, draw, write method or process. This question about Kate. What does Kate do? She spends money and she earns money. Earning, and then she spends. How much money does she have left after she earns and spends money? Let's hope she earns more money than she spends. Let's check it out. Kate earns $180 each week for 7 weeks. That means 180 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means there's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know each one of these is $180. And she's going to easily pull in over $700 because that's closer to almost 200. So she's not going to make 1,400, but she's going to make someplace in there pretty good money. The problem is she's going to spend $375 on a new computer and $137 on new clothes. That means she's going to go down this $375, and she's also going to go down this $137. So she's going to have to take some off eventually of her earnings. So she's going to get all the way to here, and then she's going to have to go down because she spends. So it looks like we can do multiplication, because I don't want to sit here and write 187 times and then add it up. I'm getting tired just doing that. So what I want to do is multiply, because I'm doing the same number over and over. So go ahead and multiply 180 times the 7. When you get that answer, you will know what this whole line is right here. Write your answer. How much money does she make? Great, that's the question. Once you know, how do you back down? How do you go down? Well, she's going down, taking that much out of her spending, and down 137. She's going to go back to this spot right here. What is that location? That's going to require some subtraction. Go ahead and try that. Pause this right now, and then go ahead and try that. If you need to, just go back and listen to this one more time. Let's see for number 2. Sylvia weighed 8 pounds when she was born. All right, so she's weighing in at 8 pounds when she's born. By the first birthday, her weight has tripled. Aha, tripled. By her second birthday, she gained an additional, even more, 12 pounds. So it's going to go up, and at the time, Sylvia's father weighed 5 times. Well, I'm not going to get into that. Let's see. Let's just find out how much she weighs by the time she's at her second birthday. Let's just figure out this thing. So Sylvia weighed 8 pounds when she was born. Cool, she weighs 8. There she is, she's weighing in 8 pounds. By her first birthday, her weight had tripled. Oh, okay, another 8, another 8. Cool. Those are 8s. Okay. By her second birthday, she had gained 12 more pounds. By her first birthday, she's right here. Her weight had tripled. That's where she tripled her weight at her first birthday. Now she's going to go even more. Oh, okay, even more by 12 more pounds. Cool. Okay, so we can figure out how much she weighs right now. That's pretty easy. This could be a multiplication problem and then an addition problem of 12, if you want to do it that way. Or you can just add 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 12. I think they're trying to get you to do a multiplication here, if you can. 8 times 3. Now, at that time, when she gets to this point right here, and she's 2 years old, Sylvia's father weighed 5 times as much as she did right here, at this point in time. So right here, this whole thing. She weighs that much, which you're going to figure out right here. Okay, you're going to know that answer for this whole thing. And then you're going to know this weight right here is how much Sylvia weighs, but her father weighs 5 times as much as Sylvia does. What's her dad's weight? That's going to be the weight of Dad. You're going to tell me what Dad's weight is. I bet you could figure that out now that you know how to get to Sylvia's weight. Now, what would Sylvia and her dad's combined weight be? Oh, we could combine the weights. Now combine, that's a math term for addition. So we're going to have to put those weights together. So this is not my final answer. I don't circle this one, and I don't circle this one, Dad's weight, but I have to put those two together to get the combined weight. Dad and Sylvia together weigh, and that's the question I have for you is, Dad and Sylvia together weigh how much? How many pounds? Don't forget to put your pound sign on. There's like little LB signs in there. So we'll know what the pounds are. LB is the abbreviation for pounds. I haven't gone into why that is that way, but we'll talk about that some other time. Question 3. 3 boxes. 3 boxes weigh in at 128 pounds. It's nice they're all 3 the same box. So all 3 of them weigh 128 pounds. And 1 box weighs that much. They're loaded onto the back of an empty truck. Okay, so here's my truck. Okay, I'm going to draw the truck. Why not? Oh, that's good. Okay, that's a great looking truck. Oh man, that's a good looking truck. Here we go. How about duals? 2 duals. Okay, so here's your truck. And there's you. One happy driver. Now, 3 boxes. Okay, 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2. There's 3 of my boxes right here, here, and here. 3 of those, they weigh at 128 apiece. You can draw those 128s and 128s. And 1 box comes in at a big whopping 254. 254. Okay, so we've got the boxes on the back of the truck. So we've got 1, 2, 3 of them weighing at 128, and 1 more, the 4th box, weighs in at a whopping 254 pounds. Now, that's not a problem. It's on the back of an empty truck. Now, a crate of apples was loaded onto the same truck. Ooh, wait a minute. If the total weight loaded onto the truck was 2,000 pounds, how much did the crate of apples weigh? So, we got this crate of apples waiting here. So, I'm not sure. Apples are waiting for the truck to, here comes the apples for the truck to get loaded on. Now, the same truck. When they put the apples on the truck, the total weight of the loaded truck was then increased to 2,000 pounds total. Well, the problem is, I really want to know, how much is this part right here loaded on the truck? If I could figure that out, then I need to add the apples to this weight to get a total of 2,000 pounds. That's an interesting question. How much did the crate of apples weigh? So whatever this number is, plus the apples equals 2,000 pounds. Now, a lot of times, if this is an easy number, I mean, if this was like, if this came out to be 1,900, then it's easy to say, oh, plus 100 would get me by 2,000, but I don't know if it's going to be that kind of easy number. It doesn't look like it's going to be that high. So it's not going to be an easy just guess at the number type of thing. It's going to be where you have to kind of take the this number that you know and get rid of the truck out of it. So pull these boxes out of the 2,000, and it's going to leave you the apples. It's one of those questions. Okay. Try that one. See if you can figure that one out. In 1 month, Charlie read a bunch of pages. The same month, his mom read 4 times as many pages as Charlie, and that was 143 pages more than Charlie's dad read. What's the total number of pages read by Charlie and his parents altogether? Well, the way to write this up is to draw a tape diagram and see if we can figure out what we're looking at here. We have Charlie's 114 pages. Same month, his mom read 4 times. So here's Charlie. Right? If Charlie's 814, then I'm going to draw the mom. Here's Charlie, right? I'll put a C for Charlie. The mom's going to do that. That's 1 time. She would tie with him at 814 pages, but she doesn't tie with him. She actually reads 4 times as many. So she's going to read another one and another one, 1, 2, 3, and a 4th time. Okay, so we could probably figure that out by multiplication, because that's all the same number over and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is there 5? Well, this is the times that Charlie, that's mom. And this is Charlie right here. Charlie's mom read 4 times as much, so we ended up with 5. So we've got 114 times 5, right? This is going to be times 5, because there's 5 of them equally. Now, what about Charlie's dad? We can come up with this number. Okay, that's not a problem. I bet you could do that over here just by working it out. 814 times 5. Now, what about Charlie's dad after you figure that out? So stop, figure out the 814 times 5, and figure out how many pages did Charlie and his mom read. Go ahead and do that. Now, we'll come back to this after we're done. Now, we've got the Charlie plus mom total now, whatever that is from up here, from the multiplication. We know what that total is. Now, the problem is we just want to talk about dad, okay? In the same month, his mom read 4 times as many pages as Charlie. And that number, whatever that is, was 143 pages more than Charlie's dad read. So mom beat dad. Just mom. Not Charlie and mom, but just mom. Okay, the same month, mom read 4 times as many pages as Charlie, and what else did she do? And that was 143 pages more than Charlie's dad read. So his mom read 4 times as many pages as Charlie, and that happened to be 143 pages more than Charlie's dad. So they want you to do this multiplication down here. This would probably be easier because now we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So mom, just mom equals. What does she equal just with the 4? So that would be the 100 or 814 times 4, which would be easier to set up. Don't do it this way, but go ahead and do 814 times 4 this way. 5. Whoops, 4. Times 4. That's going to be mom's right there. That'll be mom. So you got Charlie and mom here for an answer when you put all of them together. Then you got just mom separated out. Now once you know mom, now you know she read 143 pages more than dad. What was the total number of pages that read by Charlie and his parents? Well, I don't know what dad is. Well, mom, take away 143 pages, get you down to dad. But this number, this mom, whatever it is, subtracting 143 pages equals dad. This is a lot of work. So we get Charlie and mom. We got that total right there. Once we find dad, we can add that to it, plus dad, if you still got that number over here. So Charlie and mom plus the dad equals the total read by all these people. So we're going to put dad out here. Whatever dad is, I don't know what dad is. I'm just going to call it dad. You already know this number because you multiplied it times 5. Now, you had to use mom. You had to use mom's total to get down to dad's number because he read 143 pages less. So dad actually would be bigger. You know, if you really want to call him, you could actually, you know, if you want to draw it bigger, you can. He didn't read. He read a lot. He read more than Charlie. But dad's number is 143 less than whatever mom is. So once we get Charlie and mom together, this whole thing here, we got that number right here. We're going to put down dad's total. We got to stop and do that. So take your time, figure out what mom's total is by herself. So stop and say 814 times 4. Go ahead and do that work right now. Get mom. Go ahead and pause. If you're coming back, you have to subtract 143 to get dad. When you subtract 143, this whole total thing has got to be added up. So you got to get this whole thing. So you got to take this one, that total, plus dad. Okay, take that plus that. And this is dad over here. Once you get the total, see if you can find out what that number is for Charlie and mom and dad. Is that the last one? Let's see. Yeah, then we got an exit ticket that I'll hand out. Okay, we'll stop right there.